Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your brothers here in Deen Love, spreading that little bit of love that gets us closer to the Deen, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the Sunnah, to Islam, so on and so forth. Today, we're talking about kind of a sensitive topic, which really most people don't talk about it. And hopefully our brothers, and we're kind of, yes, we are kind of looking deeply at our brothers. Right, Ibrahim? And it's the fact that brothers can hide when sisters can't.
SubhanAllah.
You know, we're dealing with the topic of identity, right? And some of these key reflections. And so when it comes to presenting your deen, it's somehow brothers can hide when sisters can't. Brother Ibrahim, what do we mean by that? Brothers can hide when sisters can't.
Bismillah walhamdulillah. This is a necessary topic. This, wallahi, subhanAllah, this is a necessary topic. For which our sisters, we don't feel for them.
SubhanAllah.
They can wear the hijab, the niqab, in the most perfect fashion. They have to wear it to work. They have to wear it with family. They have to wear it in every occasion. And we don't give them enough gratitude for having the ability to muster that courage just to wear it at all times. But you, as a man, as a brother, can wear a tie, a suit, some shorts, a t-shirt, and only when you present your name or you speak do people understand that you're a Muslim. You can hide in plain sight, but the sister, right there.
A mile away, you can point her out. Oh, there's one of them. Yeah, Brother Uthman, hey, there's one of them. Hey.
والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا المرسلين. This is very, very sensitive topic.
Emotional.
It really is emotional because, and it's something that many times is not highlighted and it's not spoken about. Even you can call it maybe, I want to say taboo, but it's something that's always forgotten. That
It's forgotten.
the poster child of Islam, if you look, you know, when I say poster child, I mean the representative of Islam today is the Muslim woman, right? And how do we know that? It's by the legislation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed in the Quran about the covering and the hijab that the woman must wear. Now, where is that hijab for the brother? There is none, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not speak in the Quran, at least the Quran, about what the brothers should be wearing in terms of clothing, but the sister has to do that. Now, there's a lot of injustice that goes behind this, because a lot of the times we know that sisters they're very much criticized, and they're pointed out about putting her hijab wasn't too, it wasn't on right. You know, she had her pants wasn't too baggy. You know, she had a little bit too much makeup on, right? But a lot of the times when we look at the people who are criticizing our sisters, right, we need to look at ourselves, right? We need to look at the brothers and what is our hal, because when you look at us, you see just, it's easy for us to slip into society and assimilate, and our sisters cannot do that by the mere fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has legislated those ayat of hijab, right? And it's very, very hard for them, because when Islam gets under pressure, right, when you turn on the stove, who's getting burned first? The sisters are, because of the apparent. And us, you know, we can easily change our names to Michael and Sam, and it's not Samatar, it's Sam, right? We could say it's not Muhammad, it's Mo, right? It's not Abdullahi, it's Abdu or it's Abdi, right? And it's some East African sort of name, and it's not. You see, so we can easily hide away
in plain sight,
and the sisters cannot, and that is the injustice, because we do not give the respect and the appreciation where it's due.
Yeah, SubhanAllah. Very, very important topic, and so this is the thing that I bring to brothers, man. This is the solution that I thought of. Because brothers can hide, I tell brothers, don't hide.
Right.
How do we do that?
Always wear. Appearance is huge. And that's why Allah, like you said, legislated a certain appearance for the Muslim woman in protecting her and honoring her. Because we know what happened to women who don't wear hijab, right? And so, the Muslim man, I encourage you not to hide. And always in your appearance, when people look at you just like a mile away, when they say to the sister, there's another one, they should be saying, oh, there's the other one.
That guy.
You know what I mean?
Other one.
There's the other one. So, which means always look like a Muslim. And the only way to do that, honestly, is to wear a qamis, a thawb, right? Or wear a kofi. I know some brothers in some other guys in the world, they might be wearing pants and a shirt.
The kurta.
But yeah, or a kurta, right? But they always wear a kofi. Like, you know, one brother always does this Zakir Naik, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen Zakir Naik wearing a qamis. But you know what? I've seen him. No matter what, he's wearing a kofi.
Right.
And the kofi actually has more strong, you know what I mean, symbolic sometimes than the qamis.
Yes.
Because it's on your head, you know, a place of honor. Right?
Yeah.
But you have the two, brothers. Either wear a kofi or wear a qamis so that you tell the world that our sisters are not alone, but we're around too.
Because these are not just your sisters, they're your moms,
SubhanAllah.
aunties,
Wives. Sensitive.
right? So this hits home.
Yeah.
There's nothing that a man wants more than to protect his honor. And his honor lies with his sisters,
Woman, huh?
his mothers, his wives. Honor yourself, honor your sister. Be a representative just like how she is. SubhanAllah.
And sisters, when you see a brother who's wearing a qamis, you should honor him as well. You should understand that he is protecting you by wearing a qamis. And you are protecting him when you symbolize the deen. You know, it makes it that much easier for brothers and both sisters to be symbols of deen and not hide around the bush and say, even nowadays at school, you know, sometimes when I ask some of my students, I say, hey, how many of you wear a qamis to school? You know, the guys, they're like, on Jumu'ah, you know, on Eid Day, the other day when I wear it, we don't go to school on Eid Day.
No, I think this is an interesting point. I think some people, they may come with an argument. Well, you know, we need to dress like the culture of the people because this is the way, you know, we give da'wah to them. And, okay, that may be true. Okay, and a lot of times it can be true, right? That you actually show that, hey, look, we can do this as well. But what we need to understand is that we, at a time like this, is very, very important to show solidarity.
Yes.
To show that, look, sisters, you're not alone, and we are here with you, and we are here by your side, and we're standing strong with you. And the times where we see today where a Muslim woman gets attacked. Seriously, there are some non-Muslims who think that there's only women that are Muslim because of their hijab, right? And that's a problem, right? Because then they get attacked a lot. You don't see the men getting attacked a lot. So when you see brothers with thobes, and we're not going to get into is this sunnah, is this not sunnah, regardless of the fact.
Just talking about Muslim
identity. We're looking about the Muslim identity. When you think of a Muslim today, you think of an Islamic cultural apparel, right?
Yes.
This is what you think of. You don't think of a guy with a suit. You don't think about that. And that doesn't mean that Muslim men cannot wear suits and ties. That doesn't mean that. What this means is that, you know, in order for Islam's da'wah today to be strong, and also the solidarity that we need to be showing and standing strong with our sisters, right? That requires that you also meet them at their level, and that is you go the further mile, and then you put on that apparel anytime you can. Now, sometimes your workplace you can't do it. Sometimes in certain settings you can't do it because you have a required uniform that you need to wear.
Like you're a
right?
firefighter.
But when you can dress like that, right? When everywhere you go, we need to be showing Muslim, the non-Muslims that look, I am a Muslim, right? Because a lot of the times you're not going to be talking to people, and we talked about this.
And that's the reality.
You're not going to be talking to people. You're not going to be telling them about what are the 5 pillars of Islam. You're not going to be talking about, and you're not going to be talking about Quran, right? If you're nice to a non-Muslim and they see that you don't have a thobe or any of that, They're just gonna, and you leave, they'll say, "Oh, he's just a nice guy."
They bring it
He's
together.
a nice guy. But when you dress like what we know a Muslim generally looks like, right? When you dress like that, when you show that appearance, right? Now, in their back of their minds, you have to say, "Okay, so this kind of, if I had some bad and negative perceptions, this changes it now. This is a nice guy to me, right? He never said a word to me. I saw the way he dealt with that old woman. He helped her with the bags, right? This is a nice gentleman. We need to have more. I want to know what he is, right? And many things go behind that. So this is da'wah without giving da'wah, and this is standing strong and being in solidarity with our sisters, right? And this is what we need to be right now.
Brothers need to understand that.
Yeah.
Brothers really need to understand that.
Now, I love the fact that you ended it that it is, in terms of da'wah, it's very strong.
Very, very strong.
Now we do have to account for this and realize that when you are now taking on this new responsibility of identifying yourself as a Muslim and going out to the public and representing 2.5 billion people on this planet, you're representing Islam, you're representing the way of life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You have to take into account everything you say, everything you do,
Yes.
even the way you drive. You can't cut off people because now people see you as a Muslim,
Yeah.
right? You can't do the things you did.
SubhanAllah.
And so, subhanAllah, sometimes I feel like brothers shy away from that because they don't want to hurt the image, right? But you know, and we all experienced this at one point. When you're wearing the khamis, it symbolizes you in a certain way. It portrays you in a certain way, so you know you're not going to do certain things.
Yeah.
You're not going to say a person has a khamis, I'm going to
Hugging a girl, yeah.
right? So it controls you in a fashion.
No joke. When I was in college, sometimes, college, people just, walk around and they don't know what's a person's limit until you give them something.
Of course.
So what I used to do sometimes is clearly cut a case. The days I wear a qamis is like I feel like everything I stand for, the person knows it before they even like. I don't know, come and just give me a hug. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that happened to me. No joke. It happened to me one day. I'm just wearing a regular t-shirt, walking in school, trying to get to class. Somebody who I used to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when we were young, something like that. A girl came out and she's like, Najib!
Hold on, wait, or like,
boom, like what just happened to me? Then I'm like, you know what? She's not the problem.
yeah,
I am. You know what I mean?
right.
If I presented myself in a way in which, you know what I mean, that's more honorable and respectable, and not like just the next average individual.
SubhanAllah.
She would read between the lines and come up to me like, hey, it's been like, maybe it's been 10 years and I'm a grown man now, and you know what I mean? You can't just come up to me and give me a hug.
Of course not.
Man.
Going
So
against
appearance
the
is
status
huge.
quo.
Yeah, appearance is everything. People belittle and say, Allah's going to look at what's in my heart, not how I dress.
I think one thing though that we did that we did leave out, and I think if we don't talk about this, that it's we're gonna get criticized, and I think rightfully so, is that men do have a hijab.
They do.
They do.
This is what we need to talk about, because this is something that gets violated
All the time.
daily basis, and a word is not said.
Yeah.
What is it, brother?
And this hijab is that they cover between what's between their navel and
Yeah.
their knee. So that means, basketball brothers, that doesn't make it okay for you to wear shorts above your kneecaps, right? Showing your thighs even, right? This will be considered what? And the thing that sisters are usually criticized for, brothers are not criticized for. And this is this here. And we forget this. In soccer, you need to be careful what you're wearing, right?
Make sure your body's protected.
Yes, body's protected. Your aura is protected.
And that's and what you gotta understand. That's the bare minimum.
yes.
For you to be a decent human being, cover up. Right?
Subhanallah.
You want your sister to cover up, you cover up as well.
Yeah.
Right? Just because the legislation is that you cover from your navel to your knee, that doesn't mean that's where you stop.
Or let's say it's not in the Quran. It's not in the Quran. That's a good one.
Wearing tight muscle shirts and things of that fashion.
Right.
It's just, Wear the khamis and show your identity.
Ooh.
That's it. That's it.
That's if you're gonna take any message out of today, take that. And then show
Another
that khayr.
great last point is that actually the greatest hijab, in the covering is that, and in the wajibat is a Muslim man's beard.
Oh,
We cannot forget that. The greatest hijab for a man is the beard. You
Yes.
cannot shave your beard, brothers.
Yes.
This is the sunnah. The Prophet ﷺ commanded us to grow the beard and trim the mustache.
And this is actually the wording of the Sahaba too, subhanAllah. They said that he ordered us to leave the beard and trim the mustache.
And this is not something that's stressed.
Yeah, and this is
Nah.
this is not even, I know some people that try to, if you talk to the general layman, Muslim today, they'll say like, Muslim men will say, oh, it's just sunnah. It's just sunnah.
It's not.
It's just sunnah. It's a sunnah, yeah, that's wajib. This is the wording of the Sahaba, radiyallahu anhum, that, they said that the Prophet ﷺ ordered us to let the beard grow and trim the mustache. Okay, so we cannot forget this. This is a very important point because a lot of people, they deny it. It's just sunnah.
Or they don't know.
Or they don't know.
Sadly,
right?
yeah.
So, this is also a part of the hijab, as a brother quite correctly mentioned, mashallah ta'ala.
It's a must.
Yes.
Brothers, grow your beards, right? And this could maybe be the greatest symbol that you have as a Muslim. We're in the modern world now.
Probably.
Being shaved clean is advertised.
Sah,
It's
sah.
a huge market.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're being bombarded 24/7 about having a clean skin shave.
It's nothing bad. That's the Western culture, right? Have a clean shaven, right?
Yeah.
No specks on your face. Have a suit and tie. Be clean. That is what symbolizes clean. And if you have a beard, you're looked at as you're not quite there. Sah. But in Allah's eyes, you're there above and beyond. And you're getting edge.
Yes.
Subhanallah.
Because you're following
The
the
footsteps
Prophet
of the beloved. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
SubhanAllah. And so, brothers and sisters who are tuning in with us, inshallah ta'ala, take the best of what we have said, which is the fact that brothers can hide and when sisters can't. We cannot let that happen anymore. It's like there was a time where it was, okay,
This is
we can
acceptable
avoid this issue here, but not anymore.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah, brothers, you need to know that you are the front line of our sisters. When you move out of the side, everything happens to them directly. You know what I mean? And there's already, the companies, the haters. There's so many people out to get our sisters. So you have to make sure that you are in the front line protecting her, that your appearance, the way you talk, the way you conduct, your beard, everything about you is suited and fit for that position.
And let's remember, if we don't protect our sisters, who will? Nike?
Coca-Cola, right?
Coca-Cola.
They got sisters in advertising nowadays. Yeah. Subhanallah. Alright, inshallah, we'll leave you with those words. Sallallahu wasallam ala nabiyyina wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.
بإسلامي وإيماني أضاء الكون وزمن بإسلامي وإيماني أضاء الكون وزمن